What up, people? We're in a traffic is jammed. So I'm off to Lowe's. I gotta get some plywood, about 13 sheets. So, so let me tell you a story. I was buying about 7 sheets of plywood a few days ago, and there was a sign on the plywood that said 14.99, right? So I was like, hell yeah, it must be on sale. So I bought some plywood weeks before for $20. But I see this sign on the plywood itself. I took a picture of it. It says 14.99. And so I asked this guy that was wearing a Lowe's, you know, vest or whatever. And he just happened to be a manager too. I said, "Is this really 14.99?" And he scanned it with his phone, and he said, "No, we haven't changed the price yet." Blah blah blah. What's up, Also Cal in the house? How you doing? Everyone subscribe to Also Cal. He does good work out there. But yeah, I'm talking about Lowe's, man. Lowe's are liars over there. They the Lowe's here in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Um, they had a sign on the plywood that said 14.99, and I told this guy, I said, "Is that really 14.99? Look." And he scanned it with his phone and everything and said, "No, it's not, but we have to give it to you for that price because that's what it says, and that he'll change it later." So I'm saying, "Cool, yeah, I'm only getting 6 sheets. It's not like I'm buying a whole shitload." So I get up to um, the checkout, and there was another manager, same rank as the other one, at the cashier checking me out, and he said, "No, these sheets are $20." I said, "I talked to this other manager guy, and there was a 14.99 sticker, and I showed him the picture. He said he would give it to me for this because that's how it was posted." He's all, "I can't do that because I don't want to lose my job and blah blah blah." What's up, Tommy? And then he just negotiated me down to 16, so I got him for 16 instead of 20. That was better, better than 20, but not better than 14.99. But that other manager came up to the thing and said, "Hey, we can't do that." I said, "You said you would. Is this how Lowe's operates?" So I said, "I could record this," and he said, "Go ahead. They don't mind if I record in there, so that's pretty cool." I said, "This is private property." And he said, "Oh, I don't care. You can record in here." So they're all about recording. So let's see what happens. Check out this view. It's still summertime here. I'm going to go down the river. I'm going to do a live stream from down the river. What's up, Mushroom Manny? Yep, customers are always right, Al. Yep. So it's, yeah, you can't do false advertisement. especially big corporate businesses. If that shit gets out, you should see the clouds behind me. They're rain clouds. So it's going to rain later on today. But right now, it's really nice.